Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if it's your first time. Today I'm reviewing the Kiwi Ears Altruva. These are some budget open back headphones. Let's get it. What's cracking audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews, and just check out the Kiwi Ears Altruva here. These are coming in at a hefty price of $69 US. Yes, that's right, just 69 bucks. There you can see the open backs right there. Well, maybe you can, maybe you can't, but trust me, they have them. And yeah, this is what they look like. They are super lightweight. They feel, I don't know, they don't feel premium, but they don't feel like junk. They don't feel like rubbish either. So you've just got this spring steel headband at the top, which everything is sort of positioned around. You've got these plastic ear cups and the metal mesh backing there. The ear pads are nice and plush. You've got the adjustable, self-adjusting headband right there, which is nice and soft and fairly wide. And when it comes to comfort, these are great. These are really good. By the way, before I forget, we've got just a standard 3.5 millimeter connectors on the bottom there. So if you want, you can easily swap out the cable. I've actually been using this one because the stock cable is a bit long. The stock cable's fine, but I've been using this one, and this is the cable from my iBasso, what are they called? SR2 maybe? I'll throw it up on the screen. But yeah, so you can swap out the cable easily. Really comfortable. They are super lightweight. The clamping force is pretty relaxed, so that it doesn't get tight on your head. The self-adjusting headband works really well. Honestly, on the weekends, I've been wearing these for like 5-6 hours a day. Not a problem whatsoever. They are so comfortable. And remember, the price is just $69. These come in two colors. You've got this sort of gunmetal gray or space gray one, and there is like a faux wooden one. I think it's just fake wood, but yeah, you've got a brown one and a gray one. The driver inside of here is a 50 millimeter dynamic driver. These are super easy to drive, by the way, 32 ohms impedance and a sensitivity of 98 dB. So you do not need a super powerful amplifier or anything. Anything that you've got on hand should suffice. And that pretty much covers all of the specs and the physical side of it. So let's get into the sound now. And I've got to tell you, man, I am pretty darn impressed. Like I said, I have been using these as a daily driver for over a month now, I think. I don't know why, don't ask me why I do it with headphones. I just start using them and then I forget that I have to do a review. But yeah, that's how good they are. I've got a bunch of headphones behind me, like a lot of really good stuff, but I've been perfectly happy using these. That says quite a lot. So when it comes to sound signature, look, these are, the advertising says that they are studio accurate. I don't think that's quite accurate. I mean, I don't think that's quite a true statement. To my ears, they are sort of more musical, a bit warmer and slightly colored, more than reference neutral. Having said that, they aren't sort of super tweaked with some weird sound signature. So yes, they do sound natural. I wouldn't say they sound completely neutral, but what does, you know, when you're talking less than $100. So let's get into the bass now. And the bass is very impressive. Look, we've got those 50 millimeter dynamic drivers. That is quite important. There are quite a few really good headphones out there with 40 millimeter dynamic drivers, like my Adam Audio headphones, but they are closed back. So generally, open back headphones tend to have a lighter bass, and you get that sort of more open, spacious sound. However, with the Altruva here, these have actually got a really nice meaty low end. It's not hugely boosted, it's not massively exaggerated or anything, but there is a healthy sort of lift in the bass. It is north of neutral in terms of quantity, but it is a nice quality bass. It sounds nice and organic, so it doesn't sound forced or it doesn't sound digital or too tight. It's a reasonably fast bass as well, so even regardless of what music genres you listen to, the bass keeps the pace really well. You get some nice healthy sub bass rumble, and you do get a good amount of mid bass punch included. And there is just a little bit of coloration and warmth carrying over into the mids. So let's segue into the mid-range now. And the mids are, I'd say, slightly on the warmer side of neutral, but pretty close to neutral. They do not sound veiled or colored, but at the same time, they don't have that sort of super clarity that some headphones have. So if you're into like leaning to the brighter side of things and like really super clarity, is that even English that I'm speaking right now? You know what I'm trying to say. Then if you're going for, you know, really high clarity levels of fidelity, etc., these are probably going to be too relaxed for you. However, if you're looking for something that's reasonably uncolored, fairly close to neutral, and just not shouty in the upper mid-range, male and female vocals are nice and clear, nice and articulate, yet at the same time they have a bit of richness and definitely some velvety smoothness to them. It does sound rather spacious and very well organized. Moving on to the treble. Look, the treble, what can I say? It is not up there in your face. It doesn't try to get your attention. It doesn't try to deliver super detail or forced clarity. But what it does is it adds a bit of enough energy to sort of create some airiness to the sound. It is not a sparkly treble, but it does the job. And most importantly, it is very, very smooth and non-fatiguing. And in my opinion, it is balanced perfectly with the bass and the mid-range. Right, let's talk now about the soundstage and technicalities. So open back headphones, do they sound open? Well, yes, they do. You do get a reasonably wide soundstage with these, wider than you get with most closed back headphones, especially sub $100 headphones. The overall resolution is very good. Instrument separation is good. You can turn these up loud. You can play fast-paced music, and they hold things together really well. They don't get congested or trip over themselves. When it comes to imaging and sort of placement within the perceived stage, these are really good at that too. So great for gaming as well as music, but you can sort of picture the position of all the different elements of the music within that stage easily with these. And overall, I'm just super impressed with the Kiwi Ears Altruva. I'm going to go out there on a limb and say these are the best open backs I've heard under $100, I believe. One that might come close, believe it or not, is the One Audio Monitor 80, but I don't know what the price is now. When I reviewed them, they were like 80 or 90, maybe even $100, but they required a really powerful source. They were very hard to drive. These you can run even from your smartphone or definitely a dongle DAC, coming in at just $69. These are an absolute bargain. If you are a budding audiophile, or if you don't have a large budget but you want to get a great headphone under $100, especially if you are looking for an open back headphone, I would definitely highly recommend the Kiwi Ears Altruva. This one is a killer. I'm going to wrap it up there. So thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, Pa Family Audiophile style. And if you're new here, hey, hit that subscribe button before you go. And until next time, I'll see you later.